Hello and welcome into the show, everyone. I am Preston Poole. That is Tyler Adams with you here on a fine Wednesday evening here in Titletown, America.
Titletown, USA, baby.
Yeah, doesn't get old. So.
I had a lot of buddies in town this weekend for a wedding, Preston. A lot of them Dallas Mavs fans.
Yeah.
You want to know the point they've gotten to now?
What's that?
I welcomed them to Titletown when they got to town. I was like, "What's up, boys?" Dap up. I was like, "Welcome to Titletown." They're like, "Oh, shut up." Whenever I called my buddy that came by, we were all at the table at the wedding, eating dinner. And one of my buddies was walking by from Oklahoma City. And I go, "What up, champ? What up, world champ?" And one of them scooped low and be like, "World champ, it's National Basketball Association. You're national champs." Like, that's the point we're going to now.
Yeah.
That's the barrel we're at. So had a lot of fun this weekend.
World champs is what they're called. Yeah.
It was my first time being in person with all my Dallas buddies since a infamous title run, and I let them have it.
That's great. I hung out with my Mavs friend buddy Saturday night for the UFC fights, and we have two TVs in my living room. We had the UFC fights on the top TV, and I put Game 7 of the NBA Finals on the bottom TV. So, you always sit back and rewatch that. Always a good watch. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're gonna get into college football. I don't know if I want to call it a game, but maybe a little segment I want to try out with T-Bag, where I've picked 3 teams out of each 4 Power 4 conferences who their season could go one way or the other. I want to see if you believe in these teams or not.
All right. Preston, we're going to do this twice because I don't want to steal your thunder or anything. I was planning for Saturday when we're doing a show together.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a buy, sell, and hold for football teams.
Well, hey, look.
So this is the appetizer.
This is the appetizer. By the way, 4 hours of Unadvised on the Sports Animal on Saturday, from 11 to 3 with T-Bag and myself. They're making us work all day on a Saturday, so be sure to check that out on Saturday, 11 to 3 p.m. Other stuff, Florida State quarterback making some comments about Alabama. We'll get into the NFL because Jerry Jones can't quit running his old mouth. The Browns did the most Browns thing today when they unveiled their uniforms.
Saw that.
And then we'll get into some NBA news as well. But let's go ahead and get started, though, with some college football, as we're just about almost a month away now at this point from college football kicking off here in the great state of Oklahoma. So let's start with the SEC. Do you believe in any of these teams this year? The first team I'm going to bring up is South Carolina, and I bring this up because I'm a little, I don't want to say high on them, but I believe in them this year. But the more I look on social media, the more I read things, that's starting to change my opinion, because it seems like the tide has turned on the Gamecocks as we near the season.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like I feel like all off season, all summer, it's just like Shane Beamer, South Carolina, 2025. Watch out! And now that we're getting close, they're like, like are they good? I mean, Clemson's better. It's like, okay, but they're not. They played Clemson out of conference,
Yeah.
I'm a believer in South Carolina. When you got Lenore Sellers, a potential top 5 quarterback, potential number 1 overall pick, depending on how the quarterback plays this year. For the big 3 with Arch.
A guy that was picked the preseason SEC, all SEC quarterback.
Yeah, all SEC quarterback. I mean, he could be the number 1 overall pick. I'm going to believe in them. Do I believe that they're going to win the SEC? No. Yeah. Do I believe that they can make the college football playoff? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with them. I never thought that they could win the SEC.
Yeah.
The SEC is just too tough, right? I mean, if you think of Texas, Bama, Georgia, all the teams in the SEC, you throw in LSU into that conversation as well, because I think they're going to be pretty good this season as well. It just blew my mind when I'm sitting here reading stuff on social media where someone says, the Gamecocks are going to be good, and then you have like this national college football reporter that's saying, well, let's hold our horses on that.
Yeah.
When all I've heard all offseason, like you said, is like, oh yeah, South Carolina's going to be pretty good this year. So I'm just curious what the changeup is when it comes to the Gamecocks as of recently, because I do like Shane Beamer. I think he's a guy that, quite honestly, T-Bag, if things go south for Brent Venables this year at Oklahoma, we could very well see him be the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners next season, or in the coming years. So it's just one of those things where I think that he's a good coach, and I think that that's going to be a decent team this year.
They would have to make if things don't work out with Brent Venables, hypothetical, Brent is fired in December. South Carolina would have to make the playoffs, right, for Shane Beamer to come here without there being total outcry by the fan base.
I
feel like OU is going to want a lot more of a proven coach.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I might be reading this completely wrong from what Barry Tremble said on the Sports Animal, is that there was a chance that he could have been the head coach, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Who knows, right? Who knows? All right, the next team I'm going to bring up is the Oklahoma Sooners, because this is a massive year for them, and it seems like they are the trendy team right now in the SEC. If you're paying attention to social media, right, a lot of people are buying in on the John Mateer hype. They're buying in on Brent Venables' defense, which, again, look, if there's one side of the ball that Brent Venables can coach, and it's going to be a good side of the ball year in and year out, that's going to be the defensive side of the ball. I'm just curious as to what that defense looks like without a Danny Stutzman or Billy Bowman, two leaders in that defense that have been there for a few years. So Oklahoma, do you believe in them or not?
Yes. And the fact that they're becoming really trendy everywhere else is, like, I don't want to say scaring me, but it's making me more cautious, because like South Carolina, I'm coming with the opposite. Like, everyone's counting them out already. Watch. I feel like we get this every football season, and after a while, you can kind of start to sniff out, who's who. It's a lot easier in the NFL of, like, trying to pick like a team that's going to disappoint. It's used to look for the locker room drama,
Yeah.
But in college football, you got to do the same. But yes, I am. The more I look at OU's schedule, the more I'm like, is it as hard as we're making it out to be? Obviously, it's hard. Obviously, it's the number one ranked schedule in the country right now. But at the end of the year, are we looking at it and be like, oh, that's maybe more like the 20th ranked schedule, which is still, like, if you have a top 20 strength of schedule, like, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
But is it like something where it's like, oh my God, they'd be lucky to win 7 or 8 games? Like, no, I don't think that's the case. So yes, I'm buying in. I'm buying in a lot more to the OU hype. And my hype for them is in the sense of, I think against LSU, that could be like a game for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
I agree. I think the back half of that schedule with Mizzou and LSU, I say back half, the last 2 games, I should say, of that schedule with Mizzou at home and LSU at home. Look, LSU, I think they're going to be good, but what do we know about LSU? If things go sideways early, everyone's just going to give up down there.
And it's in Norman.
Yeah.
Hard to win on the road.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Alabama game last year, right? So
I think the Tennessee game this year, if, like, right now, if I had to pick, or right now, if you came down and told me, hey, OU beats Tennessee or loses Tennessee, I think that would tell me where they're going to be at the end of the season. Because I think if they can beat Tennessee, I think that's the game. If they can get that, then the playoffs are definitely within reach.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Even if you lose to Texas 34-2 again, or 34-3, like, even if you do, you're not going to this year. I don't believe that, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, even if you are a step below than the contenders, like, I still think the schedule is favorable enough for them to just backdoor their way into the playoff.
Well, and the other thing is, it's hard to believe that they would be as banged up on offense as they were last year, right? With 6 wide receivers out and all the injuries they had on offensive line and stuff like that. And I've heard great things and have seen great things through tape with Jaden Ott, who's going to be the tailback for the Sooners. And look, if they're healthy at wide receiver, I think Mateer is going to sling it. I think he's going to sling it no matter what. But if they're healthy at wide receiver, I think the offense will be much, much, much improved over what we saw.
And it doesn't need to be a top 10 offense. It's got to be the top 20, be a top 25 offense, and you're going to give your team a chance pretty much every game.
Well, and their defense has a real chance of being a top, 15, top 10 defense this season, because I think they're going to have. I think they have right now at the least a top 5 defensive line in the country.
Yeah, and that's what can make or break a defense.
Yeah, 100%. All right, the other team, last team I have in the SEC, is a team that is usually make or break.
I already know that. I already know what team, and it's a no.
The
Well,
Auburn
maybe.
Tigers.
Never mind. I was gonna say LSU. LSU.
No, different Tigers.
No, just no, because Hugh Freeze.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
yeah. I think he gets fired like halfway through the season.
Yeah. If you're asking me Jackson Arnold, I could still maybe be a believer in
Yeah.
Jackson Arnold. If you look at the preseason all SEC team, it's like, all right, he has a little protection. He looks like he has some wide receivers to throw the ball to. But Hugh Freeze altogether at Auburn has been a catastrophe. They haven't found any momentum whatsoever. They don't even have a marquee win I can think of. I mean,
No.
maybe they do that I'm not thinking of. I mean, they almost beat Bama a couple years ago, but there's not like that marquee win. Be like, oh, like they beat number 10 Tennessee, or they beat whoever Ole Miss kind of thing. Like, no, they don't have that. So, nope, not buying it.
I mean, they got strictly beaten by a defense against Oklahoma last year.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, literally.
That offense for Oklahoma wasn't doing anything down in Auburn. That is going to be an interesting game when Auburn comes to Oklahoma. See what the crowd reacts to Jackson Arnold when he goes.
I don't think there's bad animosity towards Jackson Arnold. I think
We'll see.
I mean, maybe, and if there is, then those are the crazies out there. I think you're good, passionate, true Sooner fans. Shout out True Sooner. I think they're not going to be. I'm not saying they're going to cheer for the guy, but I don't think there's going to be like boo birds. I mean, it was not his fault. He wasn't good. He didn't help. But come on, like it's not like you lost every game because of Jackson Arnold.
Yeah,
like they're acting like he played like Spencer Sanders in the 2021 Big 12 championship, where every game it was just four interceptions or something.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that, but there was some times where it was like, all right,
it wasn't pretty.
The lights were too bright. Yeah, the lights were too bright. Yeah, so we'll see if the lights are still too bright for him, or if he's shaking.
And he's handled it great since he left.
Yeah,
he has not said a bad word about Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, let's move on to the Big 12. I will go ahead and tell you that Oklahoma State is not on this list. I kind of tried to pick teams that are around the 25 to 40 area when it comes to, because I pulled up this future power rankings on ESPN. So I tried to pick teams that were in that area. I mean, unfortunately, after last season, Oklahoma State was not there. But
I'm not going to hear any. I'm not going to argue. Is what it is. You got to prove it at this point.
Yeah.
Can I say something though, Preston?
Yeah.
You can laugh at me like Curtis did this morning. But I think Carrie and Spinozzi kind of understood where I was coming from on this, and I think you will too. And you can spud me off if you want to. That's fine. I just keep telling myself, and I'm starting to just full on convince myself. What if the Pokes just beat Oregon? Like, what if they do? What if they do? What if they do?
I think that would be, obviously, that would
be a good sign.
That would heal all the wounds in Stillwater very quickly, right? And I'm not opposed to it. I think that would be great. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but I think that would be. I'm not going to sit here and call you a lunatic for believing.
Oh no, I'm totally a lunatic, and that's why it's awesome, because like it's a college football crazy coming at me where I just keep looking. I'm like, what if I have a whole 6 weeks or whatever it is to just build up in my head, like, what if they win? A lot crazier things have happened. What if they do?
No,
and that's where I'm at in the offseason now, where I'm already convincing myself, trying to convince myself, like, watch out.
Hey, no one thought Appalachian State was going to beat Michigan in whatever year that was, 2006, or whenever that happened.
Also, I just have the worst mindset about it too, because when OSU does lose like 45-17, like, it's just going to make me more mad than I really should be about that.
Yeah. Not that game in Stillwater?
No, it's in Eugene.
Okay. No, that makes it a whole lot more tougher.
Yeah.
All right, so the Big 12, Iowa State. Do we believe in Iowa State this year?
Yes. Yeah.
They were coming back at quarterback.
They returned a lot of their production from last year, returning their quarterback. Matt Campbell's a proven good coach. Yeah, I'm definitely a believer that they can win the Big 12 for sure.
I'm trying to go back and see where they had them ranked here in this
I need some. What did we get top 25
power
polls? That's what I need in my
rankings.
life.
So they had them at 19. Rocco Beck back, obviously, returning a lot of players, like you said. We'll see if Campbell can finally get it done. Right? I don't think he's won the Big 12 yet, has he? Or
No,
did he?
he's
No.
been twice. He played at Oklahoma in 2020 and then last year
Yeah.
against Arizona State.
So we'll see if they can get them back and finally, win the Big 12. And that's the thing about the Big 12 this year. And I think going forward is that it's anybody's league, right?
Mhm.
Anybody can win it any given year.
It's the most even playing field out of all the conferences for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm with you. I believe in Iowa State. David on Facebook asks, what are the chances Tech can win the Big 12? Well, conveniently enough, David, that's my next team. That is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And I'll tell you this, year in and year out, under Joey McGuire, they have been, the trendy team to pick
Oh,
in the
even
Big
with Cliff
12.
Kingsbury.
That's true as well. And they have fallen short on all those expectations. So I anticipate them to fall short again on those expectations. Baron Morton was a primary starter for them last year. He'll be back this year. So we'll see what that looks like. Tech is again one of those teams that I need to see it before I believe it.
8-4 until proven otherwise. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, I'm saying that kind of like a little, punching bag to Tech. 'Cause I'm not the biggest Tech fan in the world. But I mean, I think it's fair to say 8-4 until proven otherwise, because I personally have gone down this hole before and it did not work out.
No, 100%. And I think Joe McGuire is a good head coach. I mean, he's had a couple of, like you said, solid seasons
This is a
where
big year for him.
they're 8-4 and stuff like that. I think so too, because now you're seeing a whole lot of money dumped into
They have
the program.
team. They have a team that's capable of winning the Big 12. So you got to get 9 wins at least, dude.
Yeah. So we'll see. Can they? They can. Will they? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't put my money on it, but
they don't scare me. I'll say
see.
that. I mean, they don't. I'm not. I mean, they will once they eventually do start winning with that money.
Who did they lose to last year? I'm trying to go back and see.
OSU gave them a run for their money with Malalucky Smith. I mean, come on. I mean, that was like OSU's best conference game. I mean,
let's see. Lost to Washington State last year, Baylor, TCU, and Colorado are the teams they lost to.
So 8-4
last year, and then lost to Arkansas in in the bowl game. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Like I said again, can they? Sure, they can. Will they? I don't know. The final team in the Big 12 is the Utah Utes. Cam Rising has ran out of his 20 years of eligibility in college football. He's out. Right?
No. He just retired. He had an 8th year. Oh, he had an 8th year locked and loaded.
That's what I was trying to think back. I was like, wait, no, did he? He retired.
He retired after
Devin
7 years of college football.
Devin Dampier is who they're going to roll with this year. He was first team All Mountain West last year at New Mexico. Seems like a quarterback that a lot of the niche college football guys really like. So we'll see how he plays. Again, Utah is one of those teams where Kyle Whittingham is a great head coach. All he does is really, win football games out there at Utah. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see them in the Big 12 championship game and, into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're better off than what OSU is, because last year was just a completely injury-ridden season for them. I know they're getting more of their guys back compared to OSU's bringing a whole new roster. But it is one of those things where it's like I still think there's a lot of unknowns because they weren't good last year. They went 5-7, even with injuries. I mean, 5-7 in the Big 12 whenever you're projected to win the thing is not good. So yes, I do, because the respect for Kyle Whittingham. But I think they're above OSU in this category for sure. But they're still in the let's see, let's wait and see kind of thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised they go 7-5. I'm not going to be surprised if they win the conference.
Yeah, and that's really, I think you could probably say that for every Big 12 school
Yeah, yeah,
outside of a handful of them. So
yeah. There's like Cincinnati, UCF.
yeah, and
That's
again, Oklahoma State is the great unknowns. Who the hell
yeah.
knows, right?
Like, are you going to be surprised if Post ends up in Arlington? Like, true, you'll probably be like, "Wow!" Like, if I told you that right now, you'd be like, "Wow!" But then, like, if you kind of sit and think about it, be like, "Well, Arizona State was 3-9 that won the conference, so
Yeah.
no."
All right, the Big Ten. We'll start off with Michigan. Their head coach Sharon Moore is going to be suspended for a couple games after they traveled to Norman. They're breaking in a new quarterback in Bryce Underwood. This is a team where it's like, again, I know their defense is going to be good because their defense is always good at Michigan. But what is that offense going to be like? Is Bryce Underwood the savior that's finally going to start slinging it around the yard for the Wolverines?
No, not this year. I don't. I'm not a believer in Michigan this year. I think we're high on them because they beat Ohio State when Ohio State really just beat themselves trying to outman them, which didn't work. Was Ohio State style, and they beat they got beat by, or they beat Alabama in a bowl game. But like, we know bowl games these day and age, it can be wishy washy.
Bowl games
So
don't matter unless you're in the playoffs these
yeah,
days.
no. Like, do I think they could be 8-4-9-3 team? No, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough to get them in the playoffs. I think Sherrod Moore loses his job after this year, and I do think this will be a coaching search at Michigan. So no, I'm not a believer.
I'm trying to find them on my list here. Oh, they're up to 13. I thought they were further back than that. So they have them power ranking wise at 13, which is it seems kind of high to me. So yeah, I don't know if I believe in Michigan. I think week 2 is where we're really going to learn a lot about Oklahoma. I think Brent Venables is going to make Bryce Underwood's life hell for the whole
Yeah,
game that day. Just go after him because that'll be his second start ever in
yeah.
college football.
Going
So
against that defense and in
yeah,
that stadium, yeah. Good luck.
yeah. All right. How about
Michigan's going to
the
run the ball that game. That's for sure.
yes,
They're
yeah.
going to be a run the damn ball game.
And if Oklahoma's run defense is anything like last year, it's going to be a long day for the Wolverines. All right, how about USC, the Trojans? Big year for Lincoln Riley out there in Los Angeles.
No, I think they'll be improved as in like an 8-4, 9-3 team, which is what they went 7-5 last year or whatever it was,
Yeah,
8-4 last year. I do think you're going to see improvement though, in the sense of like, well, maybe he can get it turned around. He's recruiting better. I don't think Lincoln's going to lose his job with buyout and the way recruiting's going for USC currently, but no, I'm not. I'm not a believer.
Here's the thing I would say about Lincoln Riley and recruiting. When it's going good, just wait because they're all going to decommit and go somewhere else eventually. So keep that in mind. Returning quarterback, technically, yes, both of them that played last year, Miller Moss and Jaden Mayava. I'm assuming
I
they'll
thought Miller
probably
Moss transferred.
maybe this list is old. Maybe he
Maybe I
didn't.
could be. Hold on.
That sounds right. I don't even know when they did this list, to be honest
Louisville.
with
Yeah, he's Louisville's
you. Louisville.
quarterback.
Okay. So then Jaden Mayava had 4 starts last year. He's originally started at UNLV, helped UNLV make the Mountain West Championship game. So he'll be the starting quarterback there. They've got a decent offensive line returning. We'll see. I just don't see USC competing with the top of the Big Ten, the Penn
No,
States, the Ohio States, so on and so forth.
that's the thing. It's like I just don't see them being able to compete with any of those guys.
Yeah. All right. How about the lovable losers, Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, who seem to be on the right track. But then
Made a bowl
again,
game.
we know this is Nebraska, and they could probably just fall on their face this season.
No. I mean, you got to prove it to me, Nebraska. Like, yeah, you made a bowl game. That's a step in the right direction, but it was 6-6. So, no.
They do return the Walmart version of Patrick Mahomes and Dylan Raiola,
So
his
cringe.
sophomore season, which
He said he was caught. He said he got asked about this at Big Ten Media Days. He says like, I'm just doing what Kobe did with Michael Jordan. But he called Michael Jordan Mike. He says I'm just doing what Kobe did with Mike. I'm just doing it with Mahomes. It's like, no, Kobe copied Mike's work ethic. not like every single aspect of his life.
Yeah, no, 100%. It seems like he is just trying to copy and paste Mahomes right now. Um, let's see what now down to the ACC. How about SMU? They made the playoffs last year, snuck in, almost won the ACC championship game against Clemson. That was just a crazy game in all, and then obviously losing the first round of the playoffs. Do you believe in SMU this year?
Yeah, I believe they can run it back. I mean, they got all the money in the world. They're using it. Um, I think their coach is a good coach. So yeah, I'll be a believer that they can do that again.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence right now about SMU. We'll see. I think that's
Yeah,
another school where money is starting to finally pour into, and they're getting
big
better
time.
stuff, and all that. Which I get that goes really, I guess you could say, for all Texas schools, right? Because there's so much damn money down there,
Mhm.
that they're all just getting money. So, and how about a team that I need to go back and see how many games they actually won last year, because I don't think they won many. In Florida State, the
Oklahoma
Seminoles.
State category. Like I'm just gonna
I
say
don't.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really, that is kind of
Well,
what it is.
if the guy eats a dog crap out of the red Solo Cup, then I'll be okay. They might win the national championship, but I don't
They
think he's
won
gonna eat
two
it.
games. They won two
Yeah.
games last
Ooh,
year. They beat
ooh.
Cal and they beat Charleston Southern. So two powerhouses of football. The nerds out in California and Charleston Southern. So I mainly bring that up to bring up this topic. Their starting quarterback Tommy Castellanos, his comments about Alabama, which is kind of rich, playing on a
Wait, did the
team that
Boston
won.
College quarterback transfer there?
Yeah, he transferred to Florida State.
Ah, I didn't know that, and he beat him
Um,
last year.
yeah, and so
That's a dog. That's a dog shit game.
yeah, over in Dublin, yeah. So he made these comments about Alabama, which Florida State plays them. Is it week 1 or is it
Yeah,
week 2?
week one, I think.
Week 1, yeah, they play week
Week one's
1.
elite this year.
Yeah, a lot of great games. You got Texas, Ohio State, that one. Anyways, he says this about Alabama: Nick Saban isn't there to save you anymore. On a team that won 2 football games last year, and one of those was Charleston Southern.
Yeah, and Alabama is. I mean, Nick Saban them anymore, but look at their roster; it's still pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a national
So yeah,
championship roster if their quarterback pans out for sure.
yeah. Tough comments there from
Very,
Tommy Castellanos.
very.
Then my last one in the ACC, Miami. Carson Beck,
No,
all that he brings.
no,
I don't believe in the Hurricanes either.
no,
I'm
not one second.
not a believer.
I don't believe in Carson Beck. I don't believe in Mario Cristobal. Nope. No, just with
Yeah.
that combination right there, I don't care about anything about them anywhere else. Those two right there, nope, count me out.
Miami seems like a job where you have to be good at cheating to win there. And
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, I don't know that you can really cheat
You can't out
anymore.
cheat anyone
Yeah.
unless
So
you're the richest and the best.
yeah. So I don't know if Miami will ever be as dominant as what they were, back in the day.
I
So
don't think so either.
um all right, other stuff in college football. Have you seen this NIL like committee thing that
Yeah,
they're doing?
it's all so confusing. It hurts my brain.
Or they just keep getting sued left and right. Um,
So all the time.
Here's the thing: is nothing like that is going to work out, in my opinion, until you just say, all right, guys. Like, say you tell the conferences, all right, we need to set a salary cap. So you say, all right, in football, you get, let's say, $15 to $20 million a year to make your roster. Whatever the conference wants to decide. Maybe they put all their TV revenue and say, all right, when we divide that amongst you guys, that's going to be like your salary cap or something like that. Obviously, this will never happen. But until they do that, I think they're just going to have to let schools do whatever NIL
Well,
deals that
and
they
then
want.
NIL still going to be a thing too. Like it might be a little bit more restricted, but I mean, it's still going to be
Yeah.
there.
Well, but what I'm saying is like you give them 15 to 20 million. You say, all right, this is what you have to work with for this year.
But can you tell an
Um,
athlete that they can't make money off their name, image, and likeness? even if there is a salary cap in college football.
I will. I
That's
mean,
where
yeah, that's
things get
true.
iffy
Yeah,
again. That's just another lawsuit right there
yeah.
that they're not going to win. I mean, this is
I mean,
America.
especially if, like, say someone at Oklahoma, John Mateer, if Jordan Brand comes knocking and say, "Hey, we want you to be
A
a
Jordan
part of
guy.
our
Yeah.
brand, especially going forward when you get into the NFL and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that." So,
Like
yeah,
imagine
I
like
guess,
yeah, like Kyler Murray or Baker. Like imagine like just
yeah,
like with the Jordan brand I guess Baker was right before the Jordan brand, but Kyler Murray. I mean that's just a great example right there. It's like
yeah,
baseball or football, whatever you choose. We want you to be part of this. We're going to go ahead and sign you now.
yeah, yeah. It was just kind of like what they did with Jalen Hurts,
Yeah,
right? As soon as he left Oklahoma, he became a Jordan athlete. So,
yeah.
it's all just a mess. It's all just a mess, NIL wise, and we'll see if it'll ever get fixed. All right, let's move on to the NFL, where really I've got like four topics on the NFL, and all of them are the NFC East, and none of them have to do with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's how much of a mess the NFC East is this
Yeah, it's not
season.
going well right now.
Yeah. Jerry Jones keeps running his old mouth and causing problems with his best players. He called Micah Parsons Michael Parsons the other
Marco
day.
Parson.
Yeah.
That's Marco
Um,
Parson.
saying that they are worried to pay him because he missed 6 games last year when he only missed like 3 games. Saying like Dak missed half the season last year. He's waiting to pay players that's costing him money. Every time, he had to end up paying CeeDee Lamb more money. I ended up paying Dak Prescott more money. Now he's going to end up having to pay Micah Parsons more money. um, and I've said this for a few years now. It's that the Dallas Cowboys have one major problem, and it's the owner. And the bad thing is that he's also the GM, and nothing's going to change with the Dallas Cowboys until Jerry Jones finally realizes that he needs to hang him up. And the thing is, I don't know if he is ever going to
No,
realize
it's
he
going to be
needs to
until
hang
he
him up.
dies. Like,
Yeah,
got to be just morbid about the matter of the fact. It's going to be until
yeah.
he dies. My favorite Jerryism from this weekend was he said when talking about signing Michael Parsons Michael Parson, um, he might get hit by a bus and die. You never know. Like, yeah, when you sign anyone to a line of work,
Now, are
in
we
human
sure?
nature, there is a chance
Yeah,
that they might die.
and get hit
Like,
by a bus. Yeah.
yeah, like
Uh,
that's kind of how life works.
Now, are we sure that wasn't the AI Jerry Jones that they introduced at the
No,
stadium a couple years
I
ago?
heard it in I heard it in the press conference. We played it.
Sky, at some point you just got to realize, like, if you can't keep that stuff in, shut your mouth and
Just
don't. And the bad thing is he loves doing the media stuff so
so
much,
much.
and it's just going to give us great clips all year long from Jerry Jones. So, I think they're going to pay Micah Parsons, but they're going to have to end up paying him a lot more than what they intended to
Yeah.
pay him back in the spring.
This is why you
So,
just pay your athletes earlier.
yeah. Speaking of paying athletes, Terry McLaurin starts camp for Washington as a holdout. He's still waiting on a new deal there for the Commanders. They've got Deebo Samuel now, but Deebo Samuel looks like a fullback at
Yeah.
this point. He looks like he ate
He's
Deebo
not wide
Samuel.
receiver 1 for sure.
Yeah, no, it looks like Deebo Samuel ate Deebo Samuel in the
Mhm.
offseason, and then showed up to camp. Kind of James Harden-esque, maybe spent a little too much time at the buffet during the
Magic
offseason.
City.
Yeah. So I look again, I think this is a guy that's going to get a deal. It's just
They
you hear from both sides, and they both say talks are going great, but there's no deal done yet.
Yeah, the Commanders need to get that done.
Yeah.
You need Terry McLaurin, especially with the window you have right now with Jaden on the rookie contract.
Yeah.
You have to sign him to a 3-year deal right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Like, what are you waiting for? Just get it done. You need him. You need him. Without him, you are out of the Super Bowl contention
Yes.
in my eyes.
I mean, because if you think of running back, I mean, they don't really have like a running back that scares you much in Washington, right? You just have Jaden Daniels, who is obviously an elite, running quarterback. So, again, I think a deal will get done. Other news in the NFC East, that bum Russell Wilson is going to be the starting quarterback for
Oh,
the
I didn't see
Giants.
this.
I
That
just saw
sucks.
this earlier.
Ugh.
Noted bum. He's been on my bum list for a few years now, and he just keeps playing. I mean, it was so bad in Pittsburgh last year that he decided, you know what? Let's go make it even worse in New York for the Giants.
Yeah, that's hard to watch. I can watch a crappy Thursday night football game, but if it's Russell Wilson playing quarterback,
Yeah.
ooh, that might be a movie night.
Hopefully we get Russell Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers this year, and it's just
Are
going to
they in
be.
any primetime like Sunday night, Monday night? So
I'm sure the Giants are.
do you ever just go through the NFL like slate, like just randomly, and just
I
like
haven't.
look at the
Normally I
time
do.
slots? I was like, oh wait, like we get. I was like, oh, we get so like Eagles, 49ers on Sunday
Yeah.
Night Football. That rocks. Look, Lions Ravens Monday, September 22nd.
That's gonna
Sign
be
me
a good
up.
one.
Oh, Chiefs Giants. Oh, Chiefs Giants Sunday, September 21st.
That's gonna be
Sunday Night Football.
a
Oh,
massacre in front of the whole country.
that I'm opting out. I might opt out of that one, Preston.
Yeah.
Early bye week.
What do they call it? Can we get that game like moved or whatever they call whenever they switch up the things? All right, and the last thing in the NFL that I have, I'm gonna try and see if I can pull this up for you guys because it was just that funny. Let's see if I can share my screen here.
Oh, Lions Chiefs, October 12th.
It is. There we go. Okay. All right. This is what I was wanting to share. This
Yeah.
whole Browns thing where they've they're doing their new uniforms and they're taking pictures. And if you look right here, boop, gone.
Yep. Yeah. That's Browns. Browns gonna Browns, even in uniform reveals.
That is the Browns. Yes.
Also, what kind of what we're gonna put an inflatable helmet? What kind of JV stuff is this?
Maybe they're gonna run out of that in the future.
Like a high school team.
Yeah. Now I need to figure out how to close this damn tab.
It's out.
Okay, cool.
According to what I'm seeing.
I'm still hearing it in my headset, so
sucks.
hopefully
That
we're not
sucks.
hearing it. Okay, I stopped. But yeah, that's what I had on the NFL. I saw that. I'm like, that's the most Browns thing that could happen in that situation is that someone falls out of the off of the thing into the lake. Which I saw another tweet that said that they staged that was meant to happen to get like more publicity. I'm like, there's no way the Browns are that smart.
They're just trying to save their ass. Yeah. There's no way they're that smart.
No way. All right, and the last
Also,
topic,
that's like the last thing you need publicity on.
Yeah, someone just falling into a lake. That's
like for an
embarrassing.
inflatable helmet.
Yeah,
find better ways.
Last thing I got here in the NBA, Chris Paul signs with the Clippers. They also get Bradley Beal. If we dial the clock back to like 2018, this is a super team, and they're probably the favorite to win an NBA championship. Now it's just a bunch of old men playing basketball on the same team in the best conference in the world when it comes to basketball.
They're going to be the team all year. Like, watch out, watch out, watch out. Then one of them's going to get hurt, as old guys do.
Yeah,
and then they're going to lose their gas. So at some point in the playoffs,
no.
they're good. They are good. But whatever people are telling me to watch out, be like,
yeah.
I'm looking more towards the Rocky Mountains in Galveston, Texas.
Yeah,
around the Houston area.
I think we're on for a retirement off between Chris Paul and LeBron. I think I heard Big Cat say this.
LeBron's not done. Come on.
Yeah, there's no way that he lets Chris Paul outshine him on his retirement. So I think he's going to play another year.
Come on, LeBron. He would have started his retirement tour by now. He would have been he would have made himself be in the Thunder Parade.
Which I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah.
So. All right, that's all I had. Do you have anything before we wrap this thing up?
No, I think we've got it all.
All right.
I will say this: I'm at the point now, Preston, where I've picked a baseball team.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, I'm not a fan. I'm rooting for them, but I'm not a fan. I'm not making a long-term commitment. I'm full on aware. I'm hopping on a bandwagon. I am, and this love will die down once football starts, and I have to wait till the playoffs for it to rise back up. The Brewers are pretty fun to watch right now. The
That's
Brewers
gross.
have been pretty fun to
That's
watch right
gross.
now.
They are pretty hot right now.
Oh yeah,
9-1.
they're in the Cardinals division, aren't they?
Yeah, and the
I didn't think
Cardinals
about that.
are sliding. They just lost a series to the worst team in baseball. So
Yeah,
uh,
I saw that. I was giving them this crap for
yeah,
that.
the Cardinals are in a free fall right now. Excuse me. And it's not looking good. So
Yeah. But again,
uh,
I'm not a fan. I'm literally just hopping on this bandwagon to entertain me until
yeah,
we get to football season.
I
So I
was
have something to look forward to watch.
I was thinking you would say that or the Detroit Tigers, one of those two teams, because
Yeah,
they're both pretty good right now.
I'm really just going to tune into when the stars are pitching, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's all you need to do in
Yeah.
baseball.
I got MLB TV for free. Shout out T-Mobile, so I can just kind of.
I do as well, and I can't even watch the Cardinals. So
Yeah,
shout out to the MLB.
That's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. All right, that's gonna do it for us again. Saturday, 11 to 3 p.m. We'll be on air on the Sports Animal for you. A little 4 hours of unadvised, if you will, on
Maybe
Saturday.
for the Friday night too. A little 1 hour unadvised.
Yes, that is right. Yeah, I'll be in producing for Tony Z, and you'll be in for Alish back on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So tune in Friday and Saturday. We'll be with you guys. Until then,
we're gonna hate each other by the end of that 5 hours.
Yeah, and we might be screaming at each other by hour 3 on Saturday. So
don't break the microphone like Traver did.
Yeah. I might get in a little bit more trouble than Jim if I do that. So
there's no hierarchy at the Sports Animal. What are you talking about?
All right. Until then, have a great one, everyone. See you.